What's going on, chicken friends? It's Donna Little from the Coop Scoop, and today is video number 9 in a series of videos I'm doing to highlight each breed of chicken that I own. And today we're going to talk about the Golden Comet. I'm going to give you guys some facts about the breed, and then I'm going to take you out and locate my two girls and let you meet Ruby and Hazel and give you my opinion on what it's been like to own the Golden Comet. So we'll start with a few facts. This is a hybrid breed. So they are a combination of several different high production egg laying breeds. So I don't know exactly how that decision is made, but from what I understand, they can have New Hampshire in them. They can have Rhode Island Red, Rhode Island White, White Rock, Cherry Egger. I think there's several, maybe a couple of other different breeds that are thrown into the mix in whatever combination that then will make up a Golden Comet. Something that I had never heard before, though, is that they're also known by several different names. They are known as Cinnamon Queens, Red Stars, Golden Buffs, and Gold Sex Links. So I don't know why any one breed of chicken needs to have 5 or 6 names, but I did not make that decision. They are a sex-linked breed of chicken also, which means that the minute they hatch, you can tell if they're going to grow up to be a hen or a rooster, and that's something that can come in very handy if you need to get so many hens per roosters, or if you're like me, I can't have a rooster where we live. Then I definitely, want to pick out the ones that are only going to grow up to be hens. So that is something that comes in handy. As adults, they're very average sized chickens. I think the hens are around 5 pounds and the roosters are around 7 pounds, but they look very, very different from each other. The hens are going to be like a reddish brown, more red. And then some of them can have a little bit of white on them, but the roosters are going to be mostly white, and they might have a little bit of the reddish brown color running through their feathers, but they look very, very different. I get probably told, at least in the comments, a couple of times a week that Hazel is a rooster. If you just are one of those people that sees her and immediately thinks that, just Google real quick Golden Comet roosters, and you will see that she's definitely not a rooster. Now, she would probably be very rare, though, if she was a rooster, because she lays eggs almost every single day. That would be kind of awesome. But she is not. She is a hen. This is a breed that is going to give you some eggs. So if egg production is a priority for you, definitely look into this breed. They are going to lay you somewhere in the vicinity of 300 plus eggs a year, at least for the first couple of years of their life. Now, they will slow down after that, not any great amount. I mean, I had Rhode Island Reds, which are a very, very similar breed. They laid an egg almost every single day throughout their entire lives. So I think probably if they're kept in a good, healthy environment and you feed them well and take good care of them, then they'll continue to give you eggs for years. However, there can be some problems that come with that kind of high production egg laying, because it can cause them some reproductive issues. They can develop tumors or become egg bound or have infections in their reproductive tract. So that is something that you definitely want to take into consideration, because a lot of times that sort of thing can shorten their lifespan dramatically. Chickens can live, 15 years on, 10 to 15 years on average, but this breed of chicken is going to maybe be 5 to 7 years. So just be aware of that. They're probably not going to live as long as some breeds of chickens can. Now, as far as their hardiness overall, aside from potential reproductive issues, they are a very hardy breed. They can handle pretty much anything Mother Nature throws at them. Where I live, it gets very, very hot and humid. They seem to handle the heat really, really well. They can handle cold weather really well. The only thing that you need to be aware of is they have very large combs most of the time. I have one with a huge comb and one that has a very average size comb. But that can get frostbitten. So just, as long as you have a coop that can keep them warm enough, that should not be an issue, but it's something to also be aware of. Now, as far as their life on a day in, day out basis, they are very active birds. My two, they forage around all day long. I am able to let them free range. So I would say if you want them to really thrive, or at least this may be just my opinion, if you want them to really thrive, then try to at least have a nice big area for them to be in, because they are very active. If you had to keep them confined to a small area, they would be okay. I've got a fly on me. They would be okay, but I think that as far as just being happy all around, they're going to be happier if they can be allowed to free range. Now, as far as their temperament goes, my opinion is going to be vastly different than what the internet gives me as fact. From what I have read on the internet, they are a breed that can be easily bullied, so they need to be with other chickens that are more docile breeds. I've read that they are extremely friendly and outgoing with their people, and that they are wonderful family pets, especially a great breed for children. Now, that has not been my experience. If you watch my channel, you know who Hazel is. Hazel is spicy. I would never put Hazel with a child. They could lose an eye. So I maybe have just gotten a couple that are particularly crazy. I'm trying to be nice. They're not the friendliest. They also, Ruby, who is actually friendly with me, is not friendly with the other chickens. She's a bully. So I don't really know where all these golden comets are out there that are super sweet and love children and are great with their flock mates and easily bullied, because that does not in any way, shape, or form describe my two girls. So before I locate them and let you meet them, I am going to put up a couple of little quick clips of how Hazel greets me every single morning, and that will better give you an idea of what I'm talking about.
Hazel, ow! Be nice. Nice. Hi. It's not nice. Hazel, ow. And that kind of sums up my relationship with Hazel. It's a love-hate thing. I love her. She hates me. I don't know. I'm her target. I'll say that. So when I read online that this is a chicken that is docile and a breed that's docile and very sweet, and that is not, like I said, my experience. She comes out of the run every morning, and I would say 99.9% of the time she has a go at me. She either tries to flog me or she runs at me and tries to bite me. If she doesn't do that, it's really funny, because it's like she keeps score, and she will get me later in the day. If she gets me in the morning, then we're good for the rest of the day. So I think she has a quota that she has to fill. There has to be at least one bruise a day, or she's not, met her goals for that particular day. But she is not bad with the other hens. She's actually pretty good with them. However, I do think that she ranks pretty high in the pecking order. Nobody ever bothers her. And she will, she'll peck at the other girls, but she's not bad with them at all. Now Ruby over here is the polar opposite. She is a big bully with the other hens, but you see her, that's her main target right there, Alice. But she's actually really good with me. However, when I read that they're like very, very, sweet and outgoing, I have not experienced that with these two. She will approach me and come up and visit for a minute if I'm sitting on the ground, but she does not really seek my attention. Neither one of them do. Other than that, it's going to sound crazy, I always say I gauge whether or not a chicken is the right breed for me by whether I would get them again. Would I get this breed again? Yes, I absolutely would. And not because of their egg laying ability, or not because I'm hopeful that I'll get a couple of sweet ones. I don't know what it is. I think they just are so loaded with attitude and personality that I love the two of them so much. I would be devastated, and I'm going to be devastated when they finally go. They are absolutely precious to me, and I can't explain it. I don't know, maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, but I adore the both of them, and I would definitely get one again, or get a couple of them again. Now, I would, as far as ranking them, as far as egg laying goes, they definitely get a 10 out of 10. As far as sweetness goes and the ability to be a good pet, I'm gonna have to give them maybe a 5, but that is just my experience with these two girls. So there you have it. That's my opinion on what it's been like to own Golden Comets, as well as some facts about the breed. I hope you guys are enjoying our content, and if you are, please stick around, like and subscribe. We've got something very exciting coming up. Aside from the chicks that we are about 2 weeks away from getting, we've got another project that we're working on that we're eager to share with you guys, but it's going to be another week or so before that happens. So have a fantastic day, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.